then off, over 2 miles, 8 flights to jump, and the Bet Victor proud to support Irish racing, 4-year-old maiden hurdle. It's Highwind, up vying for the lead with Kemi, tracked towards the first by Warrior Line, with the rail position, Jeannie Macaroni, and then Mordor. Close up on the outside is Can Catch Camacho. As they link up with their first flight, it's Highwind in the quartered colours, alongside is Kemi. They're over together, followed by Warrior Line. On the inside, Jeannie Macaroni with Pigeon House in between horses. They're followed in the first time by Mordor and then Can Catch Camacho. Kemi has been taken to the front, goes on to lead a length and a half. Warrior Line, shuffled back 2 placings to third is Highwind. Then Mordor and Jeannie Macaroni in Pigeon House next with Can Catch Camacho. And behind the leading group, coming towards the second flight, Toll Stone. Slight mistake by Bright Legend. Next on the inside is Palamon, note a colour change, black with pink stars. They're tracked by Lark in the Morning. Heading for flight number 3. Kemi by under 2 lengths to an improving Mordor, was nudged into second place ahead of Warrior Line, then Highwind disputing the fourth with Pigeon House, Can Catch Camacho next, and Jeannie Macaroni. Bright Legend is next, then Lark in the Morning. Another slight mistake, Bright Legend. Palamon next with Toll Stone and Collaborative. And on the inside is San Lefort with Barrier next. Behind them is In the Trenches, Cull and Core. Each small in the gap to pushed along Lucky Agent. Heading away to the first of 2 flights past the sands. The leader is Kemi, followed in second place by Mordor, who made a mistake. An awkward jump by Mordor at that flight. Pigeon House next on the outside, followed downhill in the green and white by Warrior Line, and then Highwind, who's lost another position or 2, then Can Catch Camacho. On to the second flight away from us, and building up a lead of 4 lengths, Kemi from Mordor. And then Pigeon House and Highwind clouted that. On the inside, as they turn towards the halfway stage, is Warrior Line, then Jeannie Macaroni and Can Catch Camacho. Bright Legend, Collaborative next with Toll Stone. Palamon and Lark in the Morning racing together, and then 2 lengths to Stan Lefort and Barrier in the trenches. Eastmore and Cull and Core, and still struggling, is Lucky Agent and is detached. It's all on the level in the back straight as the leaders stack up. Kemi from Mordor, who's closed the gap, and on the inside Warrior Line with Pigeon House tracking. After them is Highwind with Jeannie Macaroni and Can Catch Camacho, and Collaborative next on the outside is Improved Collaborative, and then Bright Legend and Palamon and Toll Stone. Lark in the Morning next. Heading past their point of departure with 3 flights left to jump. And it continues to be Kemi in front from Mordor, followed off the back by Warrior Line. Then Pigeon House and Highwind and Jeannie Macaroni and Can Catch Camacho. Bright Legend next with Collaborative and Toll Stone and Lark in the Morning. Ridden along is Palamon, then In the Trenches, Eastmore and Barrier, and then San Lefort with a break to Cull and Core. Coming to this flight, and it is Kemi with half a mile to go, up and over from Mordor. On the inside is Warrior Line with Highwind coming back to join the leaders, then Pigeon House, Jeannie Macaroni next at the second last. It's Kemi the leader, jumped that well, extended the lead. Slight mistake by Highwind, Mordor. Pigeon House is running on the outside, then Jeannie Macaroni, followed round the home turn by Bright Legend. Dropping back is Warrior Line, and then Lark in the Morning, who's trying to pick up. They're tightening on the turn into the straight. 2 furlongs to race and 1 flight to jump, and the Bet Victor 4-year-old maiden, and it's Kemi strongly pressed by Highwind, who's come back onto it on the outside and takes them. Coming to the final flight, Pigeon House in between horses. 2 lengths to Lark in the Morning, then Jeannie Macaroni, and out of the final flight, it's Highwind kicking clear from Pigeon House and Lark in the Morning. And at the final flight, it is Highwind into the last. Had a real stare at it. Pigeon House, another chance on the inside, then Kemi and Lark in the Morning, Jeannie Macaroni, but got going again is Highwind and will win an Irish introduction. Second is Pigeon House, judged for the third. On the inside was Kemi with Lark in the Morning, those 2 involved for that, and then Bright Legend.
You just walk back in with Highwind's winning jockey Sean O'Keefe. Well done, you're only rider today. Well done, good performance.
Yeah, delighted he won there, because probably didn't go without a scare. He kind of knuckled that to the back of the second last, and in fairness then picked up to the last and kind of done the same at the last, but once he felt him coming to him again, he went away again at the line.
You seem to go a good gallop all the way. He got into a good rhythm throughout, and as you say, he's done really well, hasn't he? He lost all momentum at the last. Pigeon House probably got a neck to you, but he's quickened away well.
Yeah, he did. Like he really landed on his head and kind of came to a standstill. I was delighted the minute he kind of even felt the horses coming to himself. He picked up again, and he won snugly at the line. And so without that, he'd been a nice winner. There's plenty of improvement in him.
And first run as well. Obviously, he is going to improve jumping wise and probably fitness wise too.
Yeah, he will. He will definitely. He's a nice horse and he'll improve plenty. And he'll have learned a nice bit there today now, jumping wise and everything too. And he'll be a nice horse for the future. Yeah.
And Connections talking to him this morning. Would they have been? Did they fill you with loads of confidence? Did they have been disappointed if this horse got beat?
Yeah. Look, he was going nicely at home. I drove him and all, and he done things nicely. So you're hoping that he'd definitely be banged there and win. We kind of knew he'd probably improve a nice bit for it, but so it was nice to get that win. Yeah.
Good stuff. Ground very testing.
It's not too bad. It's soft ground, but they're getting through it. Not too bad. It's not real deep.
Good stuff. Well done.
Thanks, Evan. Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.